Alright. What's up, Auntie babies? What's up, Auntie babies? Y'all, I'm out here on my little patio today trying to beat the heat. Just got off work, trying to take it easy. I know I've been gone for a minute. I've been up to a couple new things. I used to use my patio as a storage space, so now I have it set up for relaxation. And I want to try to get into some new things. So, what better time than now while it's super hot, 103 degrees, so I can come outside and chill out and pick up some new hobbies. Well, old hobbies, but I'm re-picking them up. I'm picking them up again, so we're going to see how this works out. Well, I'm doing everything I can to keep cool. I have a little, you can see this rig is not working. I have a piece of screen material over my window so no bugs get in, but I have my fan set in there actually pulling out cool air from my bedroom. My patio is adjacent to my bedroom, so I can actually get some cool air. And again, this is not working. I'm gonna have to figure out, find me a stronger tape or adhesive. I don't want anything that's permanent, but I'm gonna have to find something so that'll stay up and keep the bugs out of the way. Got my ice going. So anyway, y'all, I wanted to start, well, what I have been doing. Let me say I'm behind the eight ball and let you guys know. I've started back up planting. I've done it before several years. It's not as successful in Texas because of the heat. I do well in the spring, well, winter and spring, and then summer comes along and everything dies, of course, with these temperatures and with direct sunlight. So I've kind of modified my approach to this. I'm going to do some things a little different, and hopefully I can go ahead and document the process so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing around here and get a little enjoyment of it. I'm documenting this for prosperity's sake, right? Some of this is new to me, some things that I'm going to try and plant, some things I've already done, but we're going to see what we can do. Don't have a lot of space. You can see that's the patio door. Have a chair here, again the window. Have a couple things set up. As you can see, it's not a whole lot of space. Very small patio, but I have my tablet here so I can watch my TV when I need to. Different supplies. I have water and alcohol. My lighter. I have a fan and a lamp. Have my citronella candles. I just purchased a new grill, but of course it's got a gasoline, so I had to prop it up because I really don't feel like taking it back because it works well. It's just leaning. I don't know how I'm gonna figure this out in the future, but for now, whatever. So my first project, well, it's not my first project. This is not even my first time planting a tomato. This is a tomato plant that accidentally sprung up out of another plant. I reused some soil when I was planting my aloe plant. I had a transplant aloe plant, and I put it in some old soil, repurposed it, and this joker chopped up. So I've gone ahead and replanted it in its own pot, and it's doing pretty well. I've gone through a couple of times and pruned the bottom, trying to keep those bottom leaves and suckers off so it has some space. But the amazing thing, what I think will help me this time, because the last time I planted tomatoes, I had them in direct sunlight on my patio. But I put up, as you can see, a privacy screen, and I also have a separate screen up to keep out the bugs and the critters and so forth and so forth. So I'm hoping that'll help keep these buggers alive, and I just have to keep an eye on them, making sure that they don't dry out because it is super hot. And I have a lot of my plants in the grow bags versus pots, so the soil it does dry out quickly, so I just have to keep an eye on it. The pot next to it, I'm going to start growing some. I put some bell pepper seeds in there. We're going to see if they're any good. I had those from a couple years ago. I'm waiting to see if they sprout. It's only been a day or two. So if they don't sprout, I'll probably go and find some. I have more seeds, but so here is the aloe plant I was speaking about earlier. It's doing pretty good. Aloe is hard to kill. So it's hard to kill aloe, as I was saying. I lost my last batch during the frost. I forgot they were out on the patio, and that frost wore them out. But this one's doing really good now. I have 2 pots. I just started maybe a couple days ago. They're all basil. I have 4 different types of basil: purple basil, lemon basil, sweet basil, and Thai basil. So 2 per pot. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if you can get in there. They've already started sprouting, which is a blessing. I'm so happy. I love basil. I spend a lot of money at the grocery store buying it. So that was the first thing that come to mind for me to plant, because I do spend so much money. Show you some of my other supplies. This is another thing that I'm going to try. This is going to be my first time trying to grow my own bean sprouts. I go through a lot of bean sprouts, and what'll end up happening is I'll buy a bag of bean sprouts and they go bad so quickly. I never get a chance to use them all before I have to go buy some more. So I figure I can start growing them myself, small batches at a time, and I'll save money. I'll have a couple that I'll let plant so that I can harvest more seeds. Again, this is totally experimental, new to me, but I think I can do this. I'm motivated to do this. I'm also going to try some potatoes. I have, of course, potatoes, ginger, onions. These are things that I always spend money on. I didn't show you this earlier. Move this alcohol out the way. I started some green onions. I normally do this on the regular anyway. When I cut my green onions, I'll put the bottoms in a cup or a bowl somewhere and let them sprout out and use them again. But I normally don't put them in the ground. This time I'm going to actually start putting them in the ground, because after growing them out maybe twice, they lose their green color, and so I'm assuming they're not getting as much nutrients. So moving forward, I'm going to let them sprout out and then put them in the ground, see if I can get some more yield out of those green onions. Just showing you guys some of the supplies I got. I have a little mini trellis I'm going to throw in when I do cucumbers eventually. Let's see, let's go through some of these seeds. I've got so many right now. And I bought new seeds, but I had some old ones. Again, those bell peppers came out of the old batch, and I don't know if they're going to actually work, but these are all new seeds. I have all types of stuff that I want to experiment with. I have a limited amount of space, so I'll experiment with some things, see what I can do. I have an extra room upstairs now that's pretty, I'm not going to say well lit. It's a smaller room, but it has a nice sized window and I can put I have a shelf where I can put my plants up. Should get a nice little amount of sunlight during the day. And I'm going to purchase some grow lamps so that in the evening, if I need to get some additional light to those plants, I can, so that they don't have to be out on a small patio, or whatever I can't get out on a small patio. Here's some leeks, some mint that's going up next. Again, I got tomatoes, cucumbers are coming, green beans, peppers, radishes. I love radishes. I spent a lot of money on radishes. And I'm actually regrowing some stuff in the house that eventually I'll bring out. Some ginger and potatoes. I've actually put the potatoes, ginger, garlic, and onion in a bag, and because the onions will cause those other things to sprout. Once they start sprouting, then I'll actually document myself planting those. So basically that's been it, y'all. I'll bring you with me along on this journey. I'm gonna be trying to see how much I can get out of this, see if I can save a little money. Again, I don't use a whole lot, but I do use a lot. I mean, these are ingredients that I use when I cook and for recipes that I like. And when I end up, because I don't cook it often, I end up wasting money. So hopefully this will alleviate some of the high cost of, especially with the inflation. Y'all, If they raise the price of bacon, one more again, if they raise the price of eggs, it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to buy chicken. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna have to get me a chicken. Anyway, y'all. So that's it. Just wanted to stop in, say hi, and let you know what I'm about to get started. I'm really excited. I've got a couple of my coworkers involved and excited and looking towards planning as well. So, but I'm going to document this and put it on my YouTube page. I think I'm going to do well. We're going to see. And I will let you know. As I always say, Auntie, love you, but I ain't your mama. Y'all, have you been keeping in touch with your mama? Go call your mama. Go call your mama. Bye.